What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the Tap into Your Soul reading for the sign of Libra. Libra, you are second on the list, okay? This is your last reading for the zodiac lineup this week, okay? So remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, okay? So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? Hope you guys have enjoyed your energy as it has changed dramatically from the beginning of the week when we started on Tuesday and now it is Saturday, okay? I want you guys to know these readings are here to heal your soul from the overwhelming burdens you may or may not have known you were carrying. This is meant to be a completely intuitive insight from me, from spirit to you, okay? Feel free to interpret your own messages from the illustrations of Deborah Koff Chapman. These are the Soul Cards 2 deck that we will be using. This is the only deck for this reading, okay? I figure I'd do overhead for you guys so that way you can see how the cards are laid out, okay? Versus from when I am on screen with you guys, okay? At this time, I would suggest, if you'd like, this can be more of an interactive reading for you. You can get a piece of paper or a notebook, okay, and start writing down past, present, and future, okay. We're going to add the cards shortly. I've already shuffled them, okay. We'll pull one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle, okay. Basically, as you look at the cards, I will hold them up. You can pause and make or write out your own interpretation or answer the questions in which are associated with each placement, okay? And see if it matches with what I have interpreted for you, okay? But with that being said, let's go ahead and get these cards laid out. We will look at the bottom of the deck for your overall outcome, okay? And if you like, you can kind of like pre-write out what you would like your overall outcome to be and see if that matches with the imagery, okay? So we have one from the top, one from the bottom, and one energetically from the middle, okay? I think I want to go here and pull the one just above it here, okay? And we're only going to look at the bottom once we finish looking at all three cards, okay? So hopefully you guys can see this rather well, okay? We're only going to flip one card at a time over so you're not bombarded by the imagery, okay? So first placement, top card, is your past placement. What held you back in the past? What held you back in the past? Okay. Here is our card here for you guys, Libra. Take the time to pause here if you like and write down maybe some keywords of what you feel as you look at this imagery, okay? You can answer that question for yourself, what possibly held you back in your past, okay? When I look at this card, Libra, I'm automatically hearing the rumors game or chasing dreams or he said, she said, chasing after false hopes, okay, but primarily rumors, okay? If you've ever played the rumors game, I'm an 80s baby, but the rumors game is basically you take a line of people and you start off with a simple sentence or phrase, okay? Let's say the phrase is, Jennifer has a black cat, okay? That is the phrase. It starts with one person and it goes down the line. That line, Jennifer has a black cat, must be transferred to each and every person down that line, okay? It's whispered into each person's ear. By the time it gets down to the end of the line, the phrase has changed. Remember, Jennifer has a black cat. By the end of the line, you get Carly has a yellow hat. Okay? Who is Carly? Where did this yellow hat come from? That's not what I said. That was the rumors game, okay? And I think that's what held you back in the past. You were chasing after rumors that were being said. If you look at this card one more time, okay? Let's really break this card down. You see a mouth here, okay? Like a face is here with the mouth, and then all of this circling around them, and then there's a face up here, okay? That's what I feel like was going on in your past. That was what was holding you back. You were chasing after a lot of he said, she said, with this mouth being right here, okay? Someone was starting it and you were at the end of the line and you got something totally different than what was said from the beginning. What held you back is not going to the source, okay? Go to the source that said whatever you heard from the beginning. There could have been something that you heard from the beginning that was true, and by the time you get to this person or all these other people or energies around you, okay, that you kept coming into contact with, were telling you something else, okay? That is what I feel was holding you back in the past, okay? Let's move on to the next placement, which is your present, okay, from the bottom card. What continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently? Okay, Libra, take the time to look at this card here. Maybe write down some keywords that you see that stand out to you as you look at this picture here. Answer that question for yourself. What continues to hold yourself back? Remember, like I said before, be honest with yourself, okay? These readings only can resonate if you're honest with yourself, okay? I can only interpret what is energetically felt, okay, during a reading. But it's up to you to be honest with yourself here, okay? So again, I'm hearing Terrence Trent D'Arby, look at all these rumors, okay? I just need some time to get away, okay? You're still allowing rumors to control the energy around you, to possibly control other people, okay? I'm hearing seeing is believing, okay? So possibly you are the person that has been or has turned into the person that is miscommunicating, okay? You're saying one thing and people are seeing something else, okay? That is what's holding you back now. Instead, Libra, what you should do is if it does not involve you, do not get involved in it, okay? Actions sometimes speak louder than words, okay? If someone's words don't match their actions, usually there's a disconnect, okay? And vice versa, okay? And people are starting to recognize that, okay? Your words are very powerful. You make people see things that may or may not be completely true. It could be some false truths, okay? Or maybe for some of you, you speak on things and it has come to pass, okay? As far as being very observant of other people's behaviors, okay? Or things that you have seen, but you have been speaking on it a lot, okay? Instead of focusing on yourself. Some things don't need to be said. Some people need to learn the hard way, okay? You can't always be at the forefront of every secret, okay? That starts making you look a certain way, okay? If you've ever heard that saying of, and it's not really a saying, but think of the instances where people have said, well, you seem to know a lot about this. They start thinking that you're talking about them behind their back, okay? And then they start questioning your friendship or your loyalty because you're playing both sides, okay? Not you per se, but let's just, just this is hypothetical, okay? So sometimes it's best for you to pull yourself out of the situation so that way people are not looking at you for all the information, okay? Because there's a disconnect somewhere. Whenever they get information from you, they have to be put into this energy of chasing down who said what into who, and eventually it ends up coming back to you, okay? You being the source, okay? So it's time for you to pull yourself back. That's what's holding you back presently, is you keep getting involved in things that you shouldn't be getting involved in, Libra, okay? So let's get into this last placement here as we're at 10:35 when you're reading, okay? Future placement. How will you change your future, Libra? How will you change your future? And as we pull this card, I want you guys to take the time to write out what you want your outcome to be before we get to the bottom of the deck, okay? Because that will be your overall outcome, okay? But this is your future placement of how will you change your future, okay? This is the card here. For some of you, just go ahead and, like I said before, you write down how you feel as you see this imagery, okay? And how would you like to change your future, okay? Based off of your situation at hand. Looking at this card, some of you may be delving into a possible hobby, or a new hobby of music or things of that nature, okay? I'm also hearing like an avid collector of maybe artifacts like sculptures or African artifacts is something that you want to get into, okay? I'm also hearing like a fine art museum, maybe starting to go to museums a little bit more. But I'm also just getting from this picture of just minding yours, okay? This person is very content. He's not paying attention to anything else. He's in his own world, okay? Creating his own world, creating his own music, okay? It doesn't have to be music per se that you're into. It's just being content in creating a different environment around yourself that is more peaceful and not destructive or mischievous in that sense, okay? Being a little bit more enlightened in just tunnel vision into some peace, okay? In that sense, that's what I'm feeling here, okay? Creating a new life for yourself, okay, Libra, is how you can change your future. Leaving this past and present energy behind and just starting over, okay, with a clean slate, okay? Marching to the beat of your own drum, if you will, okay? So, I hope you guys have taken the time to write out what it is that you want your overall outcome to be. Let's see what the imagery says at the bottom of the deck for you. Okay. Oh, so I'm sorry to sigh when when I do y'all's readings, Libra, because it's always a little heavy. Okay, the energy is always a little heavy when I read for you guys. Okay, take the time to go ahead and write how you feel seeing this imagery. Okay, and see if the interpretation that you write down, like I said, a few descriptive words, okay, see if it matches what you want your overall intention to be or outcome to be with your situation. I do feel like you want to find that inner light and inner peace within yourself, because your life has been very much filled with drama, okay? You don't really, and I don't think there's anyone that just loves drama. If they do, then, you know, there's some psychological or traumatic issues going on. And needless to say, I'm not anyone to judge. I'm not here to judge, okay? If that be the case, I would strongly suggest some form of therapy for you, and for you to talk to an unbiased counselor in your area to help you with those problems, okay, that you're having, okay? But This card right here speaks to me in a sense of just wanting to find that inner light, wanting to find that inner peace, okay, and get rid of that drama as it does not serve you, okay. So Libra, that's all that I have for you right now. I hope you got something from this message, okay, in a very more positive and constructive sense, because that is always my goal, okay, with doing these readings. But by all means, take care of yourselves, Libra, okay, and hopefully this energy clears out when we revisit your sign in April, okay. Until then, peace.